Did you know there's a skin that's available only on the Chinese server? This is actually what it looks like when you summon the portal. I did a little bit of digging and was able to find an actual cutscene, which I will show you about halfway through here, of it actually displaying the skin and giving you an idea of what the skin is. This is sort of the hype cutscene for it. This cutscene is not introduced on the Western servers and is only on the Chinese servers, so I thought I would give you guys a chance to take a look at it. You can see there's Necromancer up there, puts on the crown, and he becomes the skinned version, basically, of Leoric, the Skeleton King, the Undead King, whatever you really want to call him. So, pretty cool looking. There you go. I don't know if this is coming to the Western servers. I would assume it would. There were other skins that arrived on China before it arrived on the West, and they're going to want their money, so I guarantee you they will be selling this at some point. Cool looking skin, though. It's probably one of the ones I would pick up. Looks pretty good on the Necromancer, at least from the cutscene. Also, if you look at recent news, forums, feedback, etc., you're going to be seeing a lot of these. Please fix, Onslaught, please fix Stormpoint, etc. There is a significant number of posts on this if you just scroll through the Diablo Immortal subreddit. For instance, here's another one. So we talked about how bugged Stormbreak is. Never going to be able to complete exploration, etc. People talking about how the shipwreck area is actually fairly bugged. You can enter an FPS drop. Here is something that's interesting. If you actually look at this, there's multiple of these of people saying this, where, hey, the Stormpoint ship graveyard is actually bugged. What's interesting is I actually just covered that spot in a video, and I actually tested it myself to see if it was bugged, and I can't get it to lag on my phone or on my PC. Let me show you some examples. Here's the PC first, and then we will test mobile. I have just arrived on location. We're going to walk directly to where the place in particular seems to say it has the largest lag. Now, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of rain, etc. on the screen, but it shouldn't really matter. It is a mobile game on a PC. Hopefully, we shouldn't be getting any lag here. I did notice a small stutter there, but I mean, I've farmed here a pretty decent amount. I've never really got this immense amount of lag. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, it's just I couldn't get it to happen on my PC. I did notice that people that were complaining about it were using iPhones, and I got a lot of comments saying, hey, I tested that spot, but I was lagging. So I do believe this is a real thing, and I do see the occasional stutter, so there might be something there. Let's test it with the iPhone. Now, the only way I'm actually able to show this without it actually lagging because of Air Server is just showing you on my phone itself. You can see it good enough to see if it's lagging or whatever. I have all of the settings on absolute maximum. I'm having to play through the mirror, which is kind of interesting here, but you can kind of get an idea. I'm not getting really any lag yet. So my phone is an iPhone 12. Maybe some of the older ones are having problems running this area, or there could be, which I'm inclined to believe, there could just be an enormous amount of bugs related with this area. As we've already seen, there's a ton of bugs with this area, not related to just the FPS drops, so that's probably what's going on. Either way, if you're experiencing this problem, you're not the only one, you're not alone, this is a real thing. Speaking of a real thing, a lot of you are probably experiencing this, the failed to connect to Battle.net. It can either close you out of the game entirely like that, or it can just disconnect you until you click OK or click out of it. This is a real thing. It's not just happening to you. I've noticed it ever since the patch. There's been a lot of disconnection issues. Also, quick plug, I did a collab with Echo Gaming Diablo. If you're interested in watching that, go check out his channel, and you can see your boy over there for a longer discussion about the game. And also, I've seen a lot of people that were confused about this, but you can actually re-customize your face options, your head now in the game. There's a barber shop that opened in the last patch. I think I forgot to show it in my patch notes. But if you go here on the West March, right here, it's actually right next to the armory inside, you can go here and you can change your character customization. Now, if you're wondering, is this a one-time only thing? Look at it here. You've come to the right place, character customization remaining one time. So let me show you exactly what happens just so you can actually see it yourself. I'm going to customize, and DM is always going with just the classic, but we'll make us a little bit wider because we are extremely pale. There you go. You have one customization remaining. Confirm. And now check it out. My customization has been used, and it will be replenished in 6 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes. So it is on the same exact timer as, for instance, your Paragon trees that have this refresh available, and it is on the same timer as your character class. By same timer, I mean it takes a week. They don't all share the same cooldown. Is that right, kitty cat? Good lord, she's in the mood today. So there was a smaller YouTuber that I forget his name because I was watching it in bed late last night, and it was a really short video, but he was showing this concept of how to save money. If someone happens to have seen this video, I just had a couple thousand views, please leave it in the comments so I can put it in the pinned comment as well. But basically, this guy left this tip, which is just a short little tip of, did you know that you can instantly teleport to the warband like this? You can teleport even if you're in the middle of combat, etc. So you don't actually have to worry about ever needing to sit there and hold the teleport or anything like that. You can instantly go with the warband, and the reason this is great is I always sit on that bench by accident. It pisses me off every time. Is because this area has a blacksmith as well as an identifier. So you can immediately identify any gear while you're in there. You can immediately do the blacksmith, etc. Then when you're done, you just hit the leave button. You teleport yourself right back out. But you can do it in the middle of combat, etc. And it's just a one click. So if your bag is on cooldown to actually create the portal, and look, it puts you right back to where you were. So if your bag is, your teleport's on cooldown, this is actually a pretty good time saver. Someone also posted about the fractured plane. I actually could not agree more with this post. The fractured plane was my favorite event they've ever added in the game. I'm not saying it's my favorite update because the class change was, but it's my favorite event that they've added in the game. And it seems really, really weird to me that they added this whole new game mode, which was balanced, non-resonance based, you get minor rewards, wasn't a big deal, and then they just took it away. I don't understand this remotely. I don't know if the fractured plane was like a test for something else, but the fractured plane was probably, in my opinion, their overall best designed content they had in the game. Like, it was balanced, you could go in, procedurally generated maps, you could get a random build and try to beat it. I mean, all they needed was a leaderboard, some better rewards, and have it be repeatable, and they had themselves like a good game mode. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. All you have to do is take the fractured planes, drop other players in there, have you still be able to buy equipment and level up, and then have people start fighting against each other in the open world. Give everyone 5 minutes of PvE farming, and then unleash a gate or something that allows everyone to go in the middle and fight it out, and you got yourself easy, brain dead. You don't need to develop something new content. You just add it into the game. In my opinion, it would be absolutely phenomenal. And the PvP people that are playing this game that have provided so much money to the developers, the PvP people that I see play every single day, they do it to grind out things like Vault, all the BGs, the people that are in the Discord all the time, basically the lifeblood of this game. Even though there's a lot of PvE casual players more like myself, there's a lot of hardcore PvP people that really play a lot of the game. And in my opinion, some of those people deserve a better game mode. While I was a big fan of the Stormpoint Keep update in terms of like the storyline, the voice acting, etc. People like me aren't the only people to play the game. And the more competitive people deserve another game mode, in my own personal opinion, that's not just the drama related to the Rite of the Exile. It's arguable that the people who spend the most money in this game get the least amount of content. There's only a battleground that's open sometimes, and that battleground that's open sometimes only has one map that's arguably not even really balanced. So I think that it would be an easy W to add the fractured planes back in and maybe add some battle royale open PvP type of elements to it. But that's just one man and one cat's opinion. We're a little bit biased, aren't we, kitty cat? All right, I'll put you up on the chair. She's been attacking me and my mouse hand. So for us today, like the video if you want to, subscribe if you ever want to see me again, and leave a comment if you want me to read it. Love you all. See you on the next video.